How you doing, people? EJ Boxer live here. So we're covering Game of Thrones, Season 7, Episode 3, The Queen's Justice. This is my reaction to what I've just seen. So, yeah, so what happens straight away? Jon Jones. Jon Snow goes all the way to Dragonstone. So he finally lands there and with Davos. And they meet there, not such a warm welcome. They meet at the beaches, and they're asked to give up their weapons. And obviously, there's distrust because of what's happened before with kings from the north or guys from the north coming to the south. And Tyrion greets them, and they just start. They've been just talking about obviously starting to build some sort of relationship. I can tell you what, it's very icy. They got them on the beaches. The Dothraki there look like they're ready. They ask to take their weapons, they put it into a boat, take their boat away, and then they proceed to walk up to Dragonstone, up through the long steps or the wall. While they're walking up there, you see a dragon overflowing. Jon's reaction, Jon's very surprised. At this point, Tyrion and Jon Snow re-established their last time they saw each other was in Season 1. So they're more or less they're talking about that. Lysandre is talking with Davos. They're trying to get a feel of what's going on there. But as you can see, if this is the first time you're coming there, you're thinking, boy, this is a bit cold. You know, it's not really necessarily a warm welcome. But obviously, Jon Snow knows he needs to get there because he needs the dragon glass and to convince Daenerys that, you know, we need that because there's other bigger battles than the throne, the battle for the throne at the minute. The White Walkers are coming with the Night King, and they mean business. They mean business. Little thing I want to say, to Daenerys and Tyrion. I think Tyrion as a hand, I think he's not that good. To be fair, I don't think Tyrion as a hand is that good. I don't think it, because they had all the forces there, all the forces. They're ready. They had Larys Tyrell or the Queen of Thorns. They had the Sand Snakes. You know, they had everything there, and they had everything there waiting for them. And what do they do? What did they do? Instead of attacking and taking out King's Landing there and then, they just wanted to be on a thing of peace. And to me, it was unnecessary. Unnecessary, absolutely unnecessary. I mean, look, the way I looked at it, yeah, they could have went in, right, and took over thing. Well, now what's happened now with Cersei? Cersei's regrouped. She's got the King of the Iron Islands, yeah, at her service, and now she's also they've got one of the commanders of the Tyrells. We've got thingy Sam Tarly's dad. So they got the Tarlys. So the Tarlys are the rulers of the Reach now, yeah. And it's like that wouldn't happen if they attacked from the start, yeah. That wouldn't happen. What's happened is Daenerys, yeah, because she's not attacking. She's basically let them regroup and let them reorganize now. Now our forces are getting considerably stronger, and it's going her way. The Iron Bank was there, come to see what's going on, want their money back, and because they're very smart to take the money, go straight to House Tyrell and take their money and their gold and the resources. Very, very smart, very, very smart. They're one step ahead of Daenerys. They want peace and rebellion. No, boy, listen. When the Game of Thrones is about blood and ice, if you wanted the throne, you have to go and take it. But blood or whatever, they should have thrown the dragons over. They should have attacked, straight up attacked before Euron got there. If they attacked it before, Euron would have had nothing to do. What would Euron have done at that point if he was rolling at the same time they were attacking? Euron would have went, you know what I mean? Well, he would have got destroyed by Daenerys' fleet at the time. They would have just done this over a long time ago. Now what it's done, it's longed out, and as time has gone on, Euron Greyjoy has got stronger, and I mean, and Daenerys' forces have got weaker. Grey Worm is over there and went to what's it, Casterly Rock, and no one cares. They took their home. Tyrion's just making bad mistakes, man. Bad mistakes. Taking high because they can do it without killing someone. You can't do a war without killing people. You know, they're gonna have to do it anyway, and now they're gonna have to do it, and then their forces have been weakened. They weakened their boats. Yeah, Sully after Sully army has been killed catching a rock that no one was there. Then the Greyjoy fleet Theon and his sister. That been taken. The Sand Snakes army been taken as well. Ugh, this is a mess. And then obviously the Queen of Highgarden, she's been attacked, and then she's, because all her forces are all spread over the places. They got beat without even freaking throwing their swords, and now it's messed up, man. It's messed. I don't see how they get out of her. She's dead. So the whole of House Tyrell has been wiped out. Just now they've all been wiped out, and that used to be that I used to like House Tyrell, but they wasn't as smart as they thought they were, because they're gone. All of them gone, and now House Tully will be the king of the High Reach. So they have it now. House Tully. To be fair, right, they probably deserve it anyway. They're more bruised. Dad's ruthless as well. So that's what's happened to Tyrells. All the Tyrells have been wiped out. Going back to Jon Snow and the Queen Daenerys, they're just debating backwards and forwards. I just think Tyrion has a hand where she picked Tyrion. Tyrion's all right, but he's not that wise in terms of when it comes to battle. Tyrion is a strategist, and he can do certain things, but even in the battle of the Blackwater, he had the Dragonfire throw, and he done that, but he didn't stop Davos. And the only reason they actually won is because of the father. The father came and helped them out. That was the only reason. If they carried on fighting, they carried on fighting. What's his name again? Stannis. They would have lost. So Tyrion's not a very good general when it comes to army. That's what I think. It's not a very good general when it comes to in the army. And his strategy, I don't think he's that good. But hey, listen, we're gonna have to play this one out, man. She's gonna have to look at it. Half her army is done, yeah, and because of the moves that the hand has made. If she had her way, she could accumulate all these forces. She just straight went to bloody King's Landing, straight away. They were right, man. They should have went straight to King's Landing. All of her forces have been took. Sand Snakes, the Greyjoy fleet. The Greyjoy fleet's been destroyed. Some of it's been destroyed. Also, Highgarden, what's it? The Tyrells are done. Flipping hell, man. What a disaster. And they were all there together in Dragonstone, and they all agreed. There's a mistake, big mistake. Got the dragons, got the army, the Unsullied, should have went right down to King's Landing, and then boy, and just whooped whoever's asked. They would have did that. That's what you're supposed to do. You know, you're supposed to do that. Fuck that. They should have took over, and it would have been done. All this shit would have been done already. Now she's regrouped, and Cersei's regrouped. So she's got Euron Greyjoy. She's got the guy from Highgarden, Sam Tully's dad, and now they've got all the gold from Highgarden as well. They've got all the gold as well. Shit. So they got enough gold to pay back the Iron Bank. So they're gonna be good. They got enough forces. They got money. They got resources. Shit. Don't look good, man. Don't look good at all, man. Oh my boy. So Jon Snow's over there mining. So Daenerys has allowed Jon Snow to mine the dragon glass. Well, for the White Walkers. Their relationship is still being built as well. RC was interesting though, because you got the North, and you got Daenerys, Stormborn, and Jon Snow. They're getting this. Their relationship still trying to get. We'll see how that relationship goes. Let's go back to Winterfell, and so what's her name again? Not Aya. What's her name again? I thought Aya would have actually came there actually. What's his name? Thingy come home as well. To meet his sister. Shit, she usually remember all these names here as well. So she's come home. You see Littlefinger whispering in her ear, talking. You need to be paranoid and watch everyone. And her brother Bran comes home. So she's happy. She's really happy about that. I can't remember her name. I'll say her name in a minute. It'll come to me, you know. And she's really happy her brother's there. But her brother's just walked out. Brother's not there. So her brother, but it's not really her brother in terms of what the stuff he's there. He's just there, is just in another planet, man. It's like he's on some high thing. That's what she must be looking at. And he's mentioning stuff that only she knows about her wedding dress. It's a shame what all the stuff happens to her. And she sits, not Cersei, what's her name? Not Melisandre. What's her name, bro? Fucking hell, it'll come to me in a minute. All the stuff was happened to her. The brother apologizes and stuff like that, and that spooks her out as well. So, but she's pretty good actually. Winterfell, she actually sees little things. She's talking about the grain, and they need grain because the army's coming back, and that's true. And also the armor. Make sure the armor's got fur in it so it doesn't rust. So I think she's pretty good. She's quitting herself pretty good. I think she's doing pretty good in terms of protecting Winterfell. I think she's considering where she come from and being bloody raped and all that bullshit. That because where she come from, she's turned herself into a pretty good ruler of Winterfell. Jon Snow's there gonna get the dragon glass and try and bring her back. Daenerys is always on this thing about trying to get people to bend in the. I think she's living in her own world, in her own force. She's, to be fair, you might why not? But I tell you what, she needs to get things quick, get things moving before all her forces just diminished, and all she's got is left is the dragons. And if they take the dragons away from her, then that's she's done. Most people are confident when they've got armies, but when the armies are took her down, boy, they ain't got nothing much. She's saying Grey Worm all over there to get. Grey Worm's gonna get killed over there, man. He's over there in bloody in Casterly Rock with no fucking backup and nothing. It's messed up, boy. And now the Iron Bank's gonna get their money. They're gonna get more forces because obviously the Iron Bank can pay not Unsullied. Actually, they can pay for Unsullied army if they're there. They can pay for sellswords and the whole heap of things. So the Iron Bank's gonna be back in Cersei. So that's more money in that. And they're probably gonna have, the Qyburn. He's got that spear thing. They're probably gonna. Qyburn's probably bought like 10 or 20 of them things. Probably we just saw one. They're gonna have 10 or 20 of them things. You're not just gonna sit there and wait for that one. You're gonna have like 10 of them waiting for the dragons, all ready to fly up and to spear the dragons. And to be fair, that shit could work. Them spears could work. We ain't gonna lie. They hit one of the dragons. Dragons are gonna be fucked with it. What's his name again now? I can't see. So yeah, so it's just more or less talk and stuff like that at this point. In terms of how I rate this episode, it was good, yeah, but it's still kind of a middle episode and stuff. It's like it leads on to stuff. It was good to see it. The chemistry between Jon Snow and Daenerys is not that good actually, in terms of, but it's early stages now. And then to be fair, a lot of things have gone on, but to see them both on camera, it wasn't too impressive to me. I mean, just looking at them was like, wow. But in terms of chemistry of what they were saying, she's just trying to rule him also, like trying to break him. And Jon Snow's, he won't be bent for no one. So so they're basically, it's a standoff. So you're not really getting nothing out of it. Their aides, Davos and Tyrion, are trying to, obviously trying to be the diplomats and stuff like that. Other than that, nothing else. Oh yeah, also Davos mentions about, he nearly mentioned how Jon Snow came back from the dead, been stabbed, and Jon Snow stopped them at that point, and Tyrion and the Queen, Daenerys, looked at each other. So what are they talking about? So it's all about the dead. The Jon Snow trying to convince them about the dead. And it's true, no one. People look at each other. Oh yeah, I forgot about Theon Greyjoy. Theon Greyjoy, boy. Theon Greyjoy, one of the what's it called? The Iron Island boats. They caught him. They found Tyrion in the water. They dragged him up. He goes, where's your sister? Oh, she was captured. So why are you here? He goes, oh, well, I tried that, but if you tried, you wouldn't be here. Because they know that he fucking jumped over. So he's just there, left there. They ain't got no respect for him like they always did. And all Theon cares about is saving his own life. He's a coward. At some point, all that shit's gonna fucking doom Theon up, He's just probably just gonna take his own life, because it's like it's like they want him to die or something like that, or die honorably. That's what it seems with Theon, because his whole life he's been under someone's thumb and stuff like that. And that's what Theon rebellious when he killed the guy, Lord of Arms for Winterfell, chopping off his head to prove that I'm not no fucking coward. To me, Theon, man, just got all anger at the wrong places. Silly. Varys was talking to the witch, what's it, Melisandre, and she pointed out to him, boy, that we're all gonna die in foreign lands. And Varys' eyes are popping out of his head. Varys telling her don't come back to Winterfell. Like Varys can tell anyone. Varys needs to chill with that, boy. But what I take away with the whole thing, I don't think Tyrion, in my person, is a very good hand. Because, all right, when I mean not good hands, what I mean, he should have told her, let's go and attack. What are we waiting for? Nah, we don't need to take, if we do it properly, we don't need to take life. Fuck that shit. Kill them all. Well, if you think Cersei, if she had all them forces, she would have held back. They would have went down there in glory and went down there and wiped them out. Any of them, when you've got more forces and stuff like that, why are you waiting around? But she's trying to say, oh, well, the Dothraki landed. Fuck that. So what? The Dothraki land them. It's true, the Dothraki probably going to rape people, but the Daenerys is not going to let that happen. No, she wouldn't let them people get raped and stuff like that. So she wouldn't let that happen. So I guess Tyrion knows that, and they're trying to be diplomat, but that's not giving Cersei time. That's all it's done. Is this gave Cersei time, and minutes, not to friggin' to regroup her forces, and she's got forces. And as far as I know, she's winning. She's winning every step. Winning here. She's boats. They've got the sand snakes. She's got poison down there. That's another thing as well with Oberyn. She poisoned the daughter of a sand snake to watch her mother see her daughter die to get her back for her daughter. And I wonder what's gonna happen with Yara. What's gonna happen to her with Urine? What's gonna happen to Yara? Theon's sister. I wonder what's gonna happen there with what the king's gonna do to her. He's probably gonna punish her. I don't know what he's gonna do to her. You know what I mean? He's got her as a prisoner and stuff like that. But he's bloody. He's nuts. He is. I don't know what he's gonna do to his niece. I have no idea what he's gonna do to his niece, boy. He's just gonna punish her for real. Euron's pretty bad. He's a pretty badass, man. He's a pretty badass. I ain't gonna lie. What else have we got to talk about? I think they got episode next week. I need to find the trailer actually. I think the trailer's out here somewhere. Let me go find it. See the trailer for a sec. Everything's just over so quick, man. You know, it's so quick. I'm watching it and it's like, oh man, this is when I'm getting into it. The damn thing shuts. I'm actually upset that the House Tyrell's gone. All of the House Tyrell's gone, so you got to tell that was my house in it, and they're gone. Shows to me that nothing in Game of Thrones is certain, man. Nothing. Everyone's dying. She before she died though, she told Jaime something though, innit? She told Cersei that it wasn't Tyrion. It wasn't Tyrion who killed her brother. Killed her daughter, her son. All right, let me see this trailer then. Let me have a look at this trailer. Peoples. It's only 44 seconds. It's 44 seconds. Let me have a look at this.
My only venture at this moment is establishing control over this continent and every person on it.
Let me see this trailer. Let me see. All right. Got Jon Snow there at the beach. Okay, they got the goals. Yeah, they got all the goals. Yeah, we know that. Knife has been pulled. So I think Theon's probably come back to Dragonstone to talk to Daenerys. That's it, man. There's not really nothing much in that trailer. Doesn't really show me too much in that trailer. Don't show me not much. Not much. They got the gold, obviously, and then there's nothing much in it. To be fair, nothing much in that trailer. Nothing much. Nothing for me to grasp. No, I'm just upset that they had armies and they should attack. That's what they should have did. They should have done wipe out the Cersei a long time ago. They should have done it. And I can't think of bloody Jon Snow's sister's name, man. Fuck that shit, man. I cannot remember her name. And they get me. It'll come to me at some point. What's her name? Let me see if I can find it one sec. Before I go, because the stuff like that just drives me crazy, you know. Let me get that sorted nicely. Okay. Let me see what's going on. 1 minute. We're back. We're back. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. Where was we now? So we're talking about. Let's talk about. What's her name again? Cersei. So Cersei, she was talking to Iron Bank and she was talking about Daenerys, how did the slave trade fare, and because she's obviously took over the slave trade, and I don't think that'll probably sit well. They're messing up the slave trade and stuff because the Iron Bank probably make a lot of money from the slave trade. So they were talking about that, and it's just more or less it, man. That's more or less it I want to get into. Where we at? I think my thing should come on in a sec. Yeah, I'm still here. So yeah, we're still live. We're still live, peoples. So let me see what's going on. I've got two things open. Oh, okay. Need to have one. Oh no, I haven't. I've got one. There you go. Cool. There you go. All right, so we're back. Yeah. So what we're saying is that let me bring it up. Where's my picture? Where's my logo? Get the picture back on the screen, eh? I just wonder if it's still there. It should be still there. No, it's not. Let me start it again. Game of Thrones, man. Dear. Oh man, dear. Jon Snow. That's not the picture. I don't think that's the picture. No, it's not. This is the picture right here. Bring this picture back on the screen. So Daenerys, that's what most people are going to be talking about anyway. Daenerys and Jon Snow. Just there. They should have named him bloody Jon Stark from a long time ago. But he's not really a Stark. He's actually a half brother. She doesn't even know he's a half brother. That's probably why they think they're not really aggressive people unless they're forced to. But when they're forced to, they don't mind putting it down on people. Tyrion convinces Jon Snow to give up something, and then she'll give something back, which is true. We have to show some trust. They're still trying to build a relationship. To be honest with you, their forces lined up with the Winterfell is pretty considerable because in terms of aggressive and really hand-to-hand combat, I think the North is violent. Hand-to-hand combat, the North was really, really rugged. They but they really come bloodthirsty. In terms of like really savage how to break down forces. The Unsullied is good and stuff like that, but I can tell you what, mate. The North and Daenerys, at least she's got I don't know. She's got a good ally in Jon Snow. But Jon Snow's forces are considered about defeating the White Walkers. So with the Dragonfire, I think they can do that. So they can probably do that. So it all looks good. It's still building. It's slow-paced series. Last week was pretty good. I was quite charged up, but this one was quite disappointing in terms of it elevated. It's a lot of I felt defeated because Cersei's winning. Shit. I felt defeated because Cersei's winning. She don't like that shit. She's dominating her brother. She's basically doing what she wants, man. She's got the Iron Bank. She defeats House Tyrell. She's got captured the Sand Snakes and also the Greyjoy Theon's sister. Nah, man, Euron's there. It's just disappointing. Jaime's the only sensible one out there in terms of these things. Jaime's out there. Bron's there. The House Tully is now the ruler of the Reach. I think House Tully will be a good ruler. I think they're pretty good. They're pretty respected. So now he's the ruler of the Reach. But it's interesting because they're taking all the gold from there. So House Tully has considerably expanded their house now because they're the rulers of the Reach now, and which is interesting. Let's see what happens there. See what happens there, man. So overall, it was an alright season. I wouldn't say it was the greatest, to be fair. I think people anticipated this meeting between Jon Snow and Thing to get into something, but to be fair, where the Game of Thrones really excels for me is when there's a lot of blood and people getting killed, like the war last week. That's probably why I enjoyed it. There's a lot of war, killing, fighting. I like all that stuff. I need more of it. This year was all talking. The week was all talking. The Sand Snakes getting kissed on the lips to die out there or whatever. So, boy, overall it was alright season. I expected more. I think I covered quite a thing. Sorry about my computer froze up for a bit. So you guys, I'll be back next week. Leave your comments in the comment section. Tell me how you felt the season went. Rate the season, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.